What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I got a couple things to talk about, but the main point is about a Halo 2 developer calling out Modern Warfare, and I guess Call of Duty to begin with, about their egregious skill-based matchmaking tactics. So that's going to be the meat and potatoes of the video. But before I get to what he said and kind of my thoughts on it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Okay, first off. Second off, I want to cover a couple of other things. All right, so first off, hopefully you enjoy this Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. Still having fun with the game. Yeah, that's it. All right, so the first part of the news is that 10v10 Mosh Pit is going to be dropping basically right now when you guys are watching this video. I'm recording this a day in advance, but yeah, 10v10 is going to be dropping pretty much right now. We're going to be getting Derail, Estate, High-Rise, Invasion, Rundown, Skid Row, Subbase, Underpass, and Wasteland for Kill Confirm, Dom, Hardpoint, and TDM. So variety of game modes, variety of maps. Honestly, I kind of wish they just had all of the maps, right? Like there's no, what's the harm of Terminal and Rust and, you know, a couple other maps that they don't have in here. I think they're missing Afghan, it looks like. I don't know why. I don't understand the reason for not have all 10v10 maps in here, or all maps for 10v10. I think pretty much every map except for Rust would benefit a lot from 10v10. Maybe Subbase, or not Subbase, maybe Skid Row maybe doesn't need it, but yeah, everything besides Rust I think pretty much could use the extra support. And again, that's dropping like now. Also, Rust 24/7 will be dropping now when you guys are watching. Also, yesterday we got some weapon tuning patches. So the Holger 556 had its headshot multiplier reduced and its sprint to fire time increased, and then a couple other changes. The DG58, the assault rifle, also got some damage decreases and an increase in the burst delay, pretty much nerfing it. And then the FR556, the assault rifle, got its damage decreased as well. Only by a little bit, but it does matter a little bit. And then they increased the ADS time and the sprint to fire time, which kind of sucks because, you know, I didn't finish using the FR556 yet, but I guess it was, OP. Along with that, the submachine guns caught a bit of a buff overall. So the Striker got its damage range and damage increased. The AMR9 submachine gun got a huge increase as well, and a decrease to the sprint to fire speed. And then the last submachine gun in the category, the Striker 9, actually had a decrease in damage by, it looks like a lot, although the ADS time went up, or like faster ADS, but looks like less damage. I'm not sure why the Striker 9 caught a nerf. I didn't hear anybody saying that was an overpowered gun by any means, but yeah, that's that. That's the quick little things I wanted to talk about before I get into the skill-based matchmaking topic yet again. So basically, there was a Reddit AMA, if you weren't aware, where Sledgehammer Games basically stayed clear away from skill-based matchmaking questions, which obviously got the community really mad. A Halo 2 developer named Max Hoberman basically weighed in. He wanted to voice his concerns with modern skill-based matchmaking, and he called it a failure in terms of today's day and age. He thinks that Bungie handled the matter better than many other games on the market today. And so let's go ahead and flash and read what he has to say about it. All right, so this is from Max Hoberman's Twitter. He says, "What I implemented cleanly divided the space into ranked and unranked matchmaking playlists. Ranked filtered opponents based on level. This was for when you wanted a competitive match, but even then I intentionally allowed variability in the range of levels we matched you with. This variability was a topic of hot debate internally during development 20 years ago. Obviously no one wants to get stomped continuously. On the flip side, it gets dull for most people continuously stomping others. However, it is fun having the upper hand some of the time." So basically the first part of what he's trying to say here is that matchmaking based on skill should be divided into ranked and unranked matchmaking playlists, right? So if you're unranked, you probably shouldn't have skill-based matchmaking, and if you're ranked, you should have fairly thick skill-based matchmaking. Call of Duty definitely has thick skill-based matchmaking in their ranked playlist because most of the time, I'm not gonna say every time, but most of the time, it's when I played ranked, this was back in like Cold War and Vanguard, it was pretty competitive. You know, every now and then we'd get stomped, or every now and then we'd stomp, but for the most part, I'd say like 70-75% of the time, it was like a pretty even match, right? And then the other like 25%, either we were winning or we were completely getting wrecked. And basically what he's also saying from this is he says that he wants a competitive match, intentionally allowing variability in the range of levels we match you with. Obviously, in this day and age, with there's no prestige system, you can't tell how long someone has played versus how long someone has not played, because someone who's been level 55 for 5 days couldn't like looks the exact same on paper as someone who's just hit level 55 5 seconds ago, right? So you can't really tell based on in-game playtime, especially with like the way the level system works right now. It's not the most fun. It's not the smartest decision on Activision's part, but I don't know why they don't have prestige system. Anyway, that's besides the point. I pretty much agree with Max Hoberman, this Halo 2 devs point. He says that it's dull for most people, continuously stomping on others, and obviously it sucks getting stomped on all the time as well. I'm going to be frank and honest with you guys right now. In this day and age, in this Call of Duty game, most of my games are pretty like competitive, and I don't necessarily want that in, you know, unranked modes. Like, you know, I'm playing casual modes in Call of Duty here, as casual as it can be for Call of Duty, I guess. But it is fun, you know, competing. I'm not going to say I love it, you know, especially when I'm using like a sniper or a pistol or something that like clearly sucks. But, you know, if it's a competitive match or something like that, I don't mind taking out a sweat gun and trying to win. You know, it's actually rewarding to win games now because it actually matters. I don't understand why people... I get why people hate the armor unlock system, but I think the idea of it, of like needing to win to get bonuses to help yourself and your team, I guess it just makes sense to me. You know, it makes sense, like having to take out a sweat gun and you know, basically sweating for that reason. You're trying to win. You're trying to unlock more stuff. You're trying to get stuff faster than the opponent team, and so it makes sense to try to win. But anyway, I think while that is annoying because like obviously it adds to the skill-based matchmaking, it adds to the sweat-based matchmaking where everybody is just insanely cracked out of their heads. Right, like if I'm using an LMG that takes 5.5 hours to ADS, I'm not trying to go against someone who bunny hopping with like the best assault rifle in the game right now. Okay, I'm not trying to face that. You know, cool, congrats. You know, you're a bunny hopping skin. Congrats on your gameplay. Congrats on your Twitch stream that everybody's, I'm sure, is going to tune into. Like, that's just not for me. Yeah, like I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to go through that on my camo grind. It has its place. It has its merits here and there, but yeah, it's not really something I'm signing up for. I know a lot of people are just like, they just can't come to terms with why I enjoy this game. I think I'm going to make a complete dedicated video for this like some other time, but in short, I asked for like 5-6 things last Call of Duty game, didn't get any of them, and I've gotten pretty much like most of them, except for obviously skill-based matchmaking in this game. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be upset about, right? Obviously, you don't want to say a game's perfect. You don't want to congratulate people like developers who've pretty much mistreated you for the past couple of years. But when something's good, there's no point in like basically hating on it. You know, like I don't know. I really am baffled if people are just literally hating or like stirring up controversy for views or just because they're bored or because I don't know, because they're just so used to it that they can't fathom giving props to a developer that's treated them poorly. But to me, if you listen to the things I wanted and listen to the things that I said that you should do as a development studio, I'm gonna give you props for it, especially if I'm having fun with the finished product, right? I'm having fun with the new additions of what you've done to the game and how you've made the game better because you've actually listened to me in the community. You know, I'm not talking about skill-based matchmaking here, but I'm talking about all these other things, right? Like red dots, dead silence, more maps, more content, right? Like this is what I'm talking about. I pretty much got all that stuff, right? Like I'm just saying, pretty much got all that stuff, and people are still upset. I get it, kind of, but also I don't really get it. So maybe you can help me understand in the comment section down below. But yeah, I pretty much ran out of time here. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know you guys are gonna play this upcoming long weekend. You know, you're gonna happy Thanksgiving, by the way, as well. What are you gonna play? Rust or 10v10, and let me know your thoughts on the game. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. See you guys later. Peace, and peace.